I think outside of a Costco, they beat up a resident trying to take them down because they're so poorly trained. I think it was a group of them trying to take down one worker. It's like, if you're a trained professional, like our local law enforcement is, it should only take one, maybe two of you if the guy was overpowering you in some kind of way. But because of these tactics that they use and this distracted, terrible approach to take someone down that's just trying to move along their day, they're hurting people. And this guy was actually beat up.
What can you tell us about ICE activity in Hays County today?
So ICE activity in Hays County today has stirred up a lot of commotion because they are trying to set up shop inside our municipalities in their actual footprints and blur the lines between them and our local folks. And I think that's wrong, that's disingenuous, and that's dangerous. Our local law enforcement, through all levels and all branches, are great. We know them, we love them. It's these federal goons, and I use that word deliberately, that are coming in here and pretending and posturing and riding on coattails, pretending to be credible, trained law enforcement, causing havoc. To prove it, they tried to park in Buda City Hall, and Buda City Hall said, no thank you, keep moving. And then they came down to Kyle, and at, I think outside of a Costco, they beat up a resident trying to take them down because they're so poorly trained. I think it was a group of them trying to take down one worker. It's like, if you're a trained professional, like our local law enforcement is, it should only take one, maybe two of you if the guy was overpowering you in some kind of way. But because of these tactics that they use and this distracted, terrible approach to take someone down that's just trying to move along their day, they're hurting people. And this guy was actually beat up.
Yeah, what can you tell me about Hays County's policy when it comes to working with ICE agents?
So we will work with ICE agents, which is a scary thing to hear, but it's true. We will work with ICE agents. We ask that they follow certain protocols. Simple little things, low-hanging fruit, like the Constitution. Follow the Constitution. Don't be masked when you're in our community trying to apprehend our people. Listen, if you're coming for predators, sexual predators, if you're coming for pedophiles, if you're coming for rapists, if you're coming for murders, go for it. Come on in. Help us make our streets safer. But that's not what they're doing, because they're going into bakeries, they're going into grocery stores, they're going and tackling people with weed eaters. Sorry, but that's not the demographic that you're describing, that you're hunting for.
Yeah, so what are your words to the community right now, people that might be afraid that ICE has been spotted at home for them? You know, what are your words to them?
So we saw what happened in Milwaukee, as most recently. It is important that some people will tell me, oh, you're doing this just for the immigrants. Well, I'm doing it for everyone. I am the Director of Emergency Management countywide. 350,000 people call me their county judge, including a lot of people from South Austin. The footprint captures a piece of Austin. And so if you think I'm only doing this for the immigrants, I hold up one reminder to simply tell you, she was a U.S. citizen, both hands showing, peacefully smiling at an ICE agent, saying, I have no ill will for you. And she was killed, 3 times shot in the face. I know an investigation is about to be released. But still, in the meantime, U.S. citizen, wrong place, wrong time. And so what I'm trying to do is inform people. This is a place where people that aren't always credible are doing things that aren't always constitutionally sound. So beware. That's what I do with my information sharing. So that you are here is a big deal to me, because the more people that hear this message, the more we will be informed as a community, and the safer we will be as a community. Because don't forget, the ICE agents from San Antonio came into Hays County and kidnapped 47 of our people months ago, blamed it on Tren de Aragua. They said they were all Tren de Aragua. Later we found out they were not Tren de Aragua. It was a little kid's birthday party in Dripping Springs, and they kidnapped them. No credentials, masked people, unmarked cars, picked up everyone, didn't tell us where they were going, why they picked them up, and they couldn't talk to a lawyer. Sorry, that's kidnapping. And still to this day, there are no answers except for, yeah, they weren't Tren de Aragua. And so they lost all credibility in my eyes. Anything ICE says, I no longer believe.
So, okay, back to this morning, there's a couple questions that we want clarification on, like the order of things that happened. So ICE requested ambulance assistance through the sheriff's office, right?
Kyle PD.
Through Kyle PD.
Correct.
Okay, what can you tell me about that incident, and was it connected to the ICE vehicle that wanted to park at Buda City Hall?
So it is, the way I understand it is, it was a bus trying to park, a mass transport device trying to park at Buda City Hall, and they said, no, we don't think so. And then in wherever they decided to park, in their efforts, they started going after people in everyday worker spaces, like they like to do. I think it's cowardly. However, in their attempt to take someone down, they beat them up because they're not trained, and they had to call Kyle PD for support to get emergency care. And they were taken to our local hospital. And I got that information from an elected official, from Kyle.
Okay.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I want to ask you if the county was notified.
No,
before ICE agency.
we were not notified. We were not notified. And I can simply tell you, with the titles I hold, if something was going on, I would have gotten a call. Even our own sheriff would have told me, hey, this happened, or hey, this is happening, because we communicate. And so I received no information, but that doesn't surprise me. They're like sneaking in, masked, no credentials, no branding, shake people up, the working people, and get their bonus pay, and then get out.
So then what's next? What
Exactly.
happens
Exactly. So what happens now is you tell the story, I tell the story, the community becomes more and more aware of their moving on in our community. And then we all become aware, and then they see, like all bad things, you put a flashlight to it, and the shadows, ideally, will go away. At least if they don't go away, they can follow the Constitution. That's all I'm asking for. Come after the predators, come after the molesters, come after the rapists, but do it through the constitutional process. Everyone, even child predators, deserve constitutional process. And that's what I'm asking for.
Is there anything else you'd like to include?
I think it's very important that you guys realize that you covering this story is so important, because I'm really keen on informing our community. And it's not purely an immigrants thing, it's an everyone thing. Everyone suffers. That's why I keep holding this up. Everyone suffers. So how I am fighting for our community is by standing up, by being that lone sentinel very often, and speaking up against the crimes and atrocities that are taking place in our community. Speaking up and speaking about what they're doing to the public, to the media. I am most grateful that you're covering it, because people need to know someone's fighting for them.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and get the latest news by downloading the CBS Austin News app.